All right, these are the answers to our first worksheet here of the inequality section. And the first four, we're just simply asking you to put in the correct inequality sign, either a greater than or a less than. So negative 11 is more negative than negative 8, so it's a smaller number. So we want, if you think about it again, like an alligator or a Pac-Man or whatever, it's going to want to eat the bigger number. Or if you just think about it, negative 8 is greater than negative 11. That's our greater than sign. Okay. For number 2, 7.35 is less than 5.3. 3 is less than 5. You go in that order there. So again, it's going to eat the bigger number going this way. On these, you have to do a little bit of work first. So negative 4 plus 10 would be 6. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. 6 is greater than negative 6, so a greater than sign goes in there. And then on this, we're going to multiply. We get negative 12. Multiply here, we get negative 10. Negative 12 is more negative than negative 10, so negative 10 is the greater one. All right, so those should have been your signs there. The next few want you to write an expression, an inequality. So for number 5, I have less than $35,000 left to pay on my mortgage. Now what variable you use is up to you. So I'm going to use M for mortgage, and it says that it's less than, so I'll do less than 35,000. For number 6, the Packers will have more than 10 wins this year. I'll use W for wins. You could use P for Packers. It's up to you. It says more than, so I'll use greater than 10 wins. For number 7, there are no more than 250 students taking algebra this year. I'll do S for students. And now it's no more than, so it's not more than. It can be anything else. It can be less than, it can be equal to, but it can't be more than. So that's how I get that sign. Or if you just kind of think about it, if it's no more than 250, then in your mind you think, okay, I could be less than, I could be exactly, but I can't be greater than it. Right? That's a way to just kind of think through that part. Our class earned no less than 10 A's last term. So we'll do A for A's. And it's not less than, so again, it could be greater than, could be equal to, it just can't be less than. For number 9, we will have at least 3 tests this term. So we'll do T for tests, and at least 3 means that that's the smallest it could be. Could be bigger than, could be equal to, that would be the smallest value. So again, it's better to just kind of think it through. You know, don't try to memorize stuff, just kind of think, what does that kind of refer to? We will have at most 15 homework assignments next month. So I'll do H for homework, and this is the most it could be is 15. So it could be less than, could be equal to, it just can't, that's the most, it can't be more than that. All right. So that's how we write those. And then we had a few that asked us to graph it on our number line. This says that X is less than or equal to 7. So we're going to put 7 down. And you can put some numbers bigger than it, some numbers smaller. You don't have to fill it all out. But what we do want to do is circle that 7. That's where we're focusing on. Now, if we can be equal to 7, we fill the circle in. If we can't be equal to it, we leave it open. And for a less than 7, I want to go towards the numbers that are less than 7. 6, 5, 4, 3. All of these numbers are less than 7, so I draw my arrow that way. Everything that's on this arrow, including the 7, is our possibilities for that. For number 12, X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Again, I'm going to put in negative 3. Numbers smaller this way, numbers bigger that way. I'm going to circle the negative 3. Okay. Now this says that we could equal it, so again, I'm going to fill that in. And I want numbers greater than. So now greater than negative 3 would be negative 2, negative 1, 0. Numbers to this side here. So I highlight that. That's how I graph that. This one says X is greater than 6. So I put 6 down. Again, numbers bigger, numbers smaller. Circle the 6. I want it to be greater than 6. So 7, 8, 9, this way. Numbers greater than, I draw it that way. No filling in because it's not equal to in this case. And then negative 8.5. I'm going to put negative 8.5 down. What you choose to put less than it, say you do negative 9, negative 9.5, negative 10, something like that, or negative 8, negative 7.5, negative 7. Doesn't quite matter. You can do it your own style. But that's what I'll do in this one. I'm going to circle the negative 8.5. I'm not equal to, so again, don't fill it in. I want to be less than. Numbers less than this are -9, -10, -11, this direction. If you start to think, well, then it's always like whatever way this is pointing is the way this is pointing, that's true as long as x is on this side. If x is on this side, it completely flips. So you got to be a little careful with that. Then the last two here just wanted us to write an inequality for what we see. So I'm going to put a variable down. You can put any variable you want. And obviously -4 is what we're focused on. And what did we highlight? We're highlighting numbers, -3, -2, -1, that are bigger than -4. And we did not fill in the circle, so we're not equal to it. So there's our inequality. Or for 16, again, put my variable down. What am I focusing on? What did I highlight? I'm highlighting 11, 10, 9, 8, numbers that are less than 12. And I filled it in so I could be equal to it. All right, so that was our day one. Hopefully that felt pretty easy.